We are retiring this piece. It will not return, which is why it is on clearance. If you're looking to buy one thing and you don't know what, you don't want to spend a lot, but you're looking for something really special, it's here. It's a $240 necklace, $239.95. That was the price for several presentations. We are down to $99.99. Now, there's no wait list on this one or extended delivery, and we expect a full sellout in the next 7 or 8 minutes. There are two choices. We have the family, or we have the horses. The first one you're seeing there is the family. It literally reads as a story, as it were, as you look and you kind of get closer and see what's happening in the imagery. You look at the dimension in the imagery. You see the light of the silver, the dark of the oxidization. You see the placement of the beautiful, and it really is Kingman Turquoise. And then you have the horses as well. It lays east-west, and it's around 15/16 of an inch in terms of the length, 20 inches in terms of the necklace. It won't flip on you, it will always stay there. Jennifer, let's start with the horses. I see 2 horses in there. We've seen a couple pieces with horse designs, but it's always been that way, right? Horse is very important within the culture.
It is, for the artisan here, the artisan depicted the horse, and the horse is a very important symbolism to Native Americans and non-Native Americans alike, being that, you know, they were used for war, they were used as companions, going out into, you know, the woods to go gather food for the family, or to bring back the warriors, you know, from battle, and or to help move provisions from one place to another. And a lot of different cultures, they revere the horse as a big symbolism of, you know, the sky, because when you hear them run out into the desert or onto the land, the ground shakes, and you see this big cloud of dust, and call them thunder dogs. And but they're very family oriented too as well. And you'll see I call them tribes, the different tribes that come onto the reservation each and every spring and summer, and they run around and with their little colts, and the little colts run around, and the stallion, he actually helps the herds of horses go through the river, and he waits until the last colt goes through, or the last horse, and after the horse is gone, then he goes through. And it's amazing to see them work together like that. And when you look at horses, they're basically like angels, you know. They sense, you know, when you're not feeling good, they sense many different things around them. They can protect you, they sit with you, and not to mention they dance too as well. My great-grandfather was a horse, what do you call it? Not like a whisperer, but he would sing and play drums, and when he would play the drums, the horses would come out of the stalls and dance for him back and forth.
What?
And and so to see horses dance, you can see that in the Mexican culture too as well. But for horses, you know, they are angels of the sky and angels of the earth. And when you see them, it's just amazing to see them, and especially out in the desert, them running together, playing, and just that beauty of them.
You see, who needs Netflix? This is real entertainment. No, but it's true though. It's nature and the magic of animals and the interaction with human. It's just, I just love that. Amazing. Well, the horses are very popular. Outselling a little bit the family, but that's probably because we've not been showing the family. In fact, the horses are outselling family 2-to-1. But then again, let's go to the family. What does this? I'm asking that silly question again. This represents. I'll say it differently. This represents the family. Why? How can I say this sensibly, Jennifer? Why would this be important to symbolize in jewelry?
I tap out. No,
I'm
just
trying
kidding.
my hardest.
I mean,
family.
The family unity, being together, working together as one. having the respect for each other, because you would see the mother or the father, the young girl, you see a baby actually too at the far left. You see them looking at a rug that is being made, and the rug depicts, you know, different symbolisms to them, whether it be, you know, their long journey or things that happen within their lifetime, and especially the artisans who make the rugs, they herd their own sheep and they make their own wool, they dye it, and just to see them living in nature and not, you know, conforming to, you know, the rest of the world outside. They're in their own little piece of heaven because they're living amongst Mother Nature. And they always say, don't take more than you can, you know, get out of her. And so they give back too as well. They eat from the land, but yet they tend to her, and they, you know, make sure she's, you know, good, and, you know, if you give her something, she'll give you back something.
It's, again, you kind of take a step back and you take a moment to breathe. I'm still caught up on what you said about the waking up before the sun rises.
Oh, yes, yes. I always do that when I go home, but in Phoenix, nope, I'm aging in Phoenix. But when I go back home to my reservation, my aunties, I wake up early in the morning and make coffee and everything, and make sure, you know, they get ready before they go to work. And they're always like, you always get up so early. Why don't you want to sleep? I said, well, you know, Grandma told me to get up early. But I mean, when you see things like this, you see, especially with the family that you see on the picture, the elders teach you these things when you're young, and they teach you about the land and, you know, different medicines that you can use, foods to eat. You know, if you're in a pinch in the desert, this is what, you know, you can use for water, or, you know, just to get, you know, to safety. But things like this, they tell you to appreciate your elders that you talk to, appreciate the family that you have, because tomorrow's never promised. And especially with horses too as well. A lot of horses out there are being chased out and from the reservations, but yet the ones who have families out there, they come back, they visit. And every single time, and you'll see a different type of horse come to the reservation. And it's funny because they know you.
Right,
they know you, they make noises just like dogs, regular dogs. And they're super smart, and yeah. If you're around horses, you're gonna be so excited.
I feel like I'm hypnotized. I could listen to Jennifer talk about these stories all night long. I just love it, and I cherish it, and I know you do too. Many of you have been on this journey with Jennifer over 23 years. The journey to Chaco Canyon continues to be an important one to tell, to share, to experience, and that's what we can do with all of this jewelry here tonight. I do have a quick update on our squash blossom necklace.